So was there any particular thing that prompted your hiatus from League?
Just getting around other things, I guess.
Let's see here. Okay.
And I don't have access to a low-level account. It's like what I do for fun.
Okay, all right.
I lost all my low-level accounts are up there higher in silver right now. So.
All right, it looks like the stream is working. 5x5. All right, good evening. This is Infinite Wave. Welcome to the Infinite Wave, playing in our Bronze 5 the Who Knows series. We have definitely delved deeper than the border of Tiltsville this evening, but we are looking to regain our psychological equilibrium here, and we have Highly Edumacated here to help us, who is a higher elo player. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna get into it. Let me tell you some of the things that I'm gonna be stubborn about, just so that, because I actually do have some friends who play in gold, and I've actually had at least one challenger stop by now, which was interesting, who watched like a whole game, but that game went so well. I mean, I played like, oh my god, it was amazing. I think I played Karma support that game, but anyhow, I'm gonna play Nocturne unless Nocturne's banned, just because it's like a thing. It's like I can get out of Bronze 5 with Nocturne. I'm sure I should be able to. Like I'm sure he's that strong a champion that I should be able to get out of Bronze 5 with him.
Well, like, the rule is you can get out of Bronze with any champion. It doesn't matter what champion you have, you can get out of Bronze.
Okay.
But pick a champion that you enjoy.
Right.
And just keep playing that same champion over and over again.
Uh-huh.
Like the reason you want to pick a champion you can enjoy is so you don't get bored of it.
Well, that's what I've been doing, honestly. I started with Ashe, and I started as an AD carry, and I played Ashe for the first year I played, and by Ashe I mean I was only playing Ashe. I was only playing normals though. I didn't play any ranked the first year that I played. But I learned a lot, and a lot of people would be telling me, God, why do you spam Ashe? Why do you spam Ashe? I was like, well, if I don't have to think so much about what to do with my champion, I can actually learn something else about the game.
Yeah, it's far better to play one champion than try and play a whole bunch. Like, most people are stuck in Bronze because they try to play with 40 different champions and they never master a single one.
Yeah, I feel you. I think I've got that part down too, man. I mean, I have pretty much 2 to 3 champions that I can play in every role, because I do think it's important to be flexible to play, you know, support, mid, top, AD carry, whatever you happen to be auto-filled to, as a higher level player. Like, I don't think challenger level players should be able to have as an excuse that they got auto-filled and that's why they sucked. That at that level of play, that's what I'm saying. I don't think.
Yeah, like, if you're a challenger player, they can play pretty much any role, but generally, if someone gets autofilled to support and they don't usually play support, someone else will try to fill in that role for them.
Yeah. That is
like if for instance you have like you know the pro players.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of them. I mean, I watch Foxdrop. I like his stream. I'm subscribed. I don't think I'm subscribed, but anyways, I follow Foxdrop. G-Bay, Irelia Carries You, Panzer Dragon, I'm a Cutie Pie, Red Mercy. You know, I watch their streams. Actually, I don't watch their streams very much, but I do watch their YouTube vids. And yeah, I mean, a lot.
And there are the players that are like also like professional and they get paid to play.
Right.
And like that's like Bjergsen, and there's like a few players that are like really well known. So say Bjergsen gets autofilled to support.
Right.
Somebody else might be like, you go mid, carry this game, and I'll go support. Because they know that he'll do far better in mid than they would.
Got it, right. Well, in those instances, yeah, and that's also part of, like...
But they also know who he is and everything.
Well, it's not just that. I see something happen at higher, and with even teams in my Bronze 5 games. Like, I was making a point last night that is not applicable to tonight's stream, but I was saying... Like, and if you go back and you look at my match history, it bears this out. I was saying the only reason I was losing games was because I had shitty teams. Now, I know if you watch videos, the best players. One of the tips is going to be, no, it's not because of your teammates. You got to fucking just accept it, scrub. It's not because of your teammates, right? And I understand the wisdom in that. But looking at my matches, well, I started off with a game like where I had a Nunu who took Smite and banned Nocturne after I had. This is just an example, right? But a lot of this kind of thing happened.
Yeah.
You know, and then just shadowed me. Yeah, just totally trolled me. Shadowed me in the jungle, attempted to outsmite me, did nothing for the team, and that was like, that's an example of the kinds of games I was having. And even in the games where my team was just really not that good, but they were kind of okay. So I would have, like, they were going like, 5, 11, and 3, or, like 3, 14. I was carrying. I had a potential to carry the game.
Mm-hmm.
But my team just, like, they all had scores like that. Like, I couldn't snowball bot. I couldn't snowball mid. I just...
Oh, and you got autofilled. Okay.
Oh, this game? Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Holy shit, yeah. I'm glad you noticed that. Glad you noticed that, bro. Holy shit, the advantages of having a stream. You know what, I watch the streamers do that sometime, and I'm like, wow, they just rely on people to tell them shit. Alright, hold on, let's see. I want this one. And we're gonna go Karma. Holy shit, maybe you'll get to see an amazing... What the fuck? I'm supposed to be banning. Let's not ban Karma, shall we? How about we ban Jax? Top hasn't picked. I wish Top would fucking pick already, because if Top would pick right now, it would make it a lot easier for me to ban. But he's not going to, so I'm going to leave the possibility that he wants to play Jax open and ban Skarner instead, which is a solid ban. So something like that right there, okay, just what I just did, alright? This is an example of why I know that I'm better than bronze. I'm better than a bronze player. Just taking that extra few seconds to make sure that, my teammate's not going to pick or not hovering the champion that I'm trying to ban. Holy shit, now I'm... No.
One trick you can do is it'll actually show you if they're hovering your champion. Because if you try to lock in a champ or ban a champion they have, it will actually show you a special symbol, indicating that your player, a teammate, already has that hovered.
Oh my goodness! I think I actually may have noticed that before, but didn't really completely notice it before it was too late. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but where exactly is it, like, somewhere on the ban?
It's rare that I've ever seen it, because usually I don't try and ban a champion that my teammates have.
Right.
But yeah, it'll come right up. You'll see a symbol right over the champion you're trying to ban.
Okay.
And you'll be like, "What the hell? That's not usually there." And it means that one of your teammates wants that champion.
That is helpful. That is useful information right there. It's that kind of thing right there that is the main thing that I have. Now, you would argue my map awareness, which I would too after the performances that I've had this evening. But knowledge, general game knowledge, champion knowledge, and matchup knowledge.
Yeah. Like your general game knowledge, just that alone will get you out of bronze. It doesn't even matter, like, mechanically how good you are. If you want to get out of bronze, just knowing how to play the map, you can get out just by doing that.
That's what I've been thinking. Actually, so when I first started playing ranked, I got placed silver 3, and then I promptly plummeted to bronze 5. After having plummeted, this was last season, I made it up to bronze 4, 87 LP, and that's the highest I've been since I started playing ranked. So far.
So that's not a great sign. So what that means is that you're making a lot of the same mistakes if you're not getting up above bronze 4.
Well, part of it, though, which is not the case this season, is that I got clamped. And once I got clamped, I just never recovered. So I could win, like, I think the most I won in a row without getting out of being clamped, and I still was clamped, I won 11 games in a row, and I still was not getting the MMR. Like, so if I could win 11 games in a row, and I'd be getting, like, 17, maybe 18, maybe 20 LP by the time I was on my, like, 9th game. But then if I'd lose a game, I'd lose, like, Or no. I was only getting like 13 or 14 LP. Even on like game 11, I think winning game 11, I got like 14 LP, maybe 15, right? And then I lost one game, and I lost 25 LP, right? So I had to win at least 2 games for every one that I lost, just to break even.
Oh, okay.
So that
I
was
haven't really seen that too much, but maybe there was like a glitch or something.
Well,
when you were playing before?
My son told me I was clamped. Basically, meant that my son that turned me onto the game, which basically was like your MMR is just so bad that you that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And said that he had experienced that as well and gotten out of it, but I just never. At any rate, we're on to a new season now, and I do not think that's the case. I'm still.
Yeah, and like at this elo, like there are games that you're going to lose, but you should be able to get out of bronze, even if your teammates are bad. And they're going to play bad. They're going to make mistakes. Just try not to follow up on their mistakes. That's important.
Right. I hear that, definitely. And that's something I've actually gotten much better at. So I prefer to start door.
You're the support.
Yeah,
so
I'm the support.
You might want to get a support item.
I do. I was just about to explain that. I will go Spell Thief's Edge here. I really prefer Doran's early game for the additional poke. It really makes a huge difference. And so
I might do that in a really low bronze game just for the cheese play because you have your alt R, which is additional damage.
Right, that's the thing.
But the support item does provide quite a bit of damage on its own as well, and it's going to give you gold.
That was the thing I was thinking. The main thing I'm missing out on is the gold. It's definitely not going to give me more damage. There's no way because I can.
Dorian's Ring is going to give you the most damage
because of my mana. I consume quite a bit of mana for my spells. But this is the set. I get this one right after. This is the next item I build, which I was actually watching Bizzleberry, I believe. I don't know if you're familiar with Bizzleberry. He's a streamer, a European streamer, and he plays support. And I noticed that he was starting Spell Thief's Edge predominantly as support. And I asked him in his chat, I was like, have you ever considered starting Doran's Ring? And he was like, no, not really. It's he preferred the gold.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to last hit, so you're not getting any golden lane. And really, if they see you come to lane with a Dorian's Ring, it doesn't happen in bronze games. But if I saw a support, especially Karma, come into lane with the Dorian's Ring, I just would play passive because I know she's not getting that lane's not getting as much gold.
Did you see that juicy first blood?
Both two, nice.
Yeah, I didn't mean to take it though. It was kind of a.
That's fine. Like you're a damage dealer, so like that's where the Dorian's Ring can come in handy because now you can kind of like snowball the lane, right?
Yeah. So that's exactly why I do it. I mean, I've got quite a number of games on Karma. It's not like. Actually, I also used to take it because before they had the new rune system, you could go into a bush. There was a rune where you could go into bushes and you would get a bonus. I attempted to prioritize the MF there, and I should have prioritized the farm, I think. So your game will be a little bit behind me, but you will be listening to what's happening real time in Discord. Yeah, in Discord you'll be real time. That'll be a little bit weird, I think.
No, like when you went for MF there, that was good. You want to keep her off the wave, keep her away from your AD carry.
Yeah, I'm actually not a. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Well.
Like it looks like it's a 2v1 in the bot lane. Yeah.
Yeah. No. This was just. Okay. Yeah.
I was wondering. I'm like, where the hell's the support? Like, it says bronze, so you could be roaming. You could be like in another lane.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this as a sign for sure that my momentum is shifting here. That my momentum is shifting in another direction that is more preferable.
Hey, I'll give you a hint here that It's something that's completely useless, but it might surprise you.
Okay.
Next game,
Uh-huh.
don't buy a trinket at the beginning of the game.
Don't buy a trinket?
Yeah, don't buy a trinket.
Oh my god, what would I buy instead?
Just don't it's free, right?
Right.
So just don't get it.
Why would I do that? That would be trolling.
You'll see. It's funny.
Okay, all right. Oh man.
I'm not even trolling you.
Okay, all right.
I want to see the
okay.
surprise.
All right. Yeah. I will. I feel pretty naked without my trinket, but that's okay.
Most people don't know this, so.
Okay, all right. A little Easter egg for me, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's remember to change back to Smite. See, sometimes I think they do this shit to you too. Like, they'll give you a game like that. Like, I think it's actually built into the algorithm, right? Like, they'll get you into a game, right? And they'll change your position up or something. And then they'll put you back on your normal role just to, like, to make sure that you remember to change your abilities back. Right? I think it's part of the algorithm, I believe. Let's see, Jax versus Teemo. I think that's a good ban. I'm going to go for Jax here. I think. Yeah. I think that sometimes Rito just wants to make sure you're on your feet.
Blitz is a pretty good ban, and Yi.
Yeah.
And
actually, I play Yi. That's another... Actually, I mained Yi before I started playing Nocturne.
See, like, at this really low level,
yeah,
Yi is a good ban because the way Yi works is the team comes together to kill him, but if the team can't figure out how to fight as a team, the Yi's going to end up getting ahead, and then even if you're a better player than the Yi, he'll still kill you.
Yeah.
So that's why he's like really good in Bronze 5, is because he can snowball a game while not even knowing what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, I know that from both sides. Actually, I only stopped playing Yi because he started being permabanned. I was playing him. I think I probably was playing him when I was. Yeah, I did well with him too. But yeah, he was permabanned, and so I was like, I needed to find something else, and I had seen some people play Nocturne, so I was like, all right, I'll try that. And then I fell in love with his ultimate, and I was like, okay, I fucking gotta do this. So, yeah, I do actually ban Yi sometimes. I think Jax is really strong right now in the current meta, though. Well, he is. So is Skarner. So is Yi, though. But Yi's a little bit less strong. I think the changes to his W, I'm not sure if you're aware of what happened.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, so they changed his W. So, first of all,
That's his heal, right?
His W is his heal, yes.
So... yeah, most people don't use the heal that much anyways.
Oh my god, it's an essential part of his kit. I mean, people that... I don't level it to last, but it's really, really helpful.
But it's kind of one of those troll abilities that...
No, not especially early game. Especially in the jungle early game. It gives you sustain, like mega sustain.
But
so,
a Yi, it can give you that extra alpha strike, right? That might help you, but... I find like if a Yi is using his heal, he's probably already dead. If
no.
the team's around him.
Well, no, not as a jungler, because you're not actually fighting enemy champions a lot.
Oh, I
in
see
the
what you
early
mean.
game.
Yeah, because you're healing in the jungle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't usually play jungle Yi, so I never even thought of that. Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess what, you take him top lane?
What's that?
Do you take him top lane then? I've only really ever seen top.
I don't even play Yi. Really.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
I just thought of like, I always just see him healing when he's in fights, and it's kind of like that's when it's not all that useful.
Yeah, well, it'll also allow you to survive. Okay.
It can help you in fights. It doesn't always make a big difference, though.
Actually, it really helps you get away sometimes. So here's a good example. So you can get just enough health back to take one turret shot, right, where you would have been killed by that turret shot, and then you can move out of turret aggro range. It's something that happens a lot, especially as a jungler. So because you're like diving, right? You're diving the enemy. You're diving with your team.
Yeah, I've seen Yus do that quite a bit.
Of course, Alpha Strike is far more effective. His Q is far more effective at losing aggro. But yeah, his W is. I would have to say it's pretty important. Anyhow.
So remember, don't get a trinket.
Oh
just
yeah, don't
your items.
get a trinket. Don't get
Yeah.
a trinket. Okay, all right. I'll
You,
try
have to,
that
you might
out.
have to force yourself not to. It'll be fine.
I
It'll be
will.
fine.
Hold on. I won't do it. I'll just grab my refillable. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ward my red and go blue here. So even if, you know, sometimes when I ward my red and they invade my red, sometimes I've gone and I've fought for it. And those have generally turned out to be very successful fights. When I go and I fight after warding my red like that. However, even if I didn't, it gives me knowledge, right? It tells me.
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
know if I'm feeling. Well, we've got 4 people here. I'm coming.
Now there was one funny thing. Did you notice that you actually used your trinket there?
Oh shit! What? Oh my god! Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even freaking notice it. You told me. Oh wow! Holy shit! Oh, you know what? I almost. Did I get? Oh, he got flash. Who was that? Tristana? Hold on. Is that a Tristana? Yeah, Tristana flashed. Okay, here we go. We got this wrapped up.
Was it the jungler you killed?
I didn't kill anybody yet. I killed it in it. that was the last
one
game.
person that died. But
No, I think it was Tristana. Tristana died. No, she flashed. She didn't.
No,
die.
she flashed. So
Right,
the
she
first player you
flashed.
killed was probably the jungler. So this should be a free red.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was a free red. Absolutely. So now my conundrum is: do I go ahead and go straight? I think I will.
Gank the Xin. Oh no, it's too late. But you could have ganked the Xin there. But you might as well go for your blue.
Yeah. Well, it just got Ash here. Thresh is not here yet. Although, we also have a missing.
Because like right now.
Yeah, but Tristana, I'm gonna get it. But first, I want this because I'm here. I do really like to prioritize this for 2 reasons. Mostly for vision, especially early game, but also for the speed buff.
Well, I'll tell you a reason why you shouldn't go for that.
Why?
The enemy jungler goes their blue buff first, immediately goes to your red buff, takes that, and then starts counter jungling you.
Well, they'd be
Right.
kind of low.
So,
hold on
but
just a second.
if you're not there, right, they can take all your jungle camps.
Right, they would have to go. Yeah, so you're saying they would go immediately to my blue.
Well, to your red and steal your red, because you stole their red.
Right. Well, that's fine.
So
That's fine. The reason I would rather have the river vision, even if they take my red there. So okay, if I get their red, and I'm not trying to be obnoxious, and I'm not trying to be obstinate. I'm not trying to be obstinate here. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, okay, so if they get my,
nice flash.
if I take,
Good job.
if I take, oh shit, really? You want to go, buddy?
Yeah, so Xin showed him. Wait, Xin's their mid laner. What the hell? Why is he fighting me? So bronze.
Well, I don't know. It was Zen. If I was alone there, I think he might have been able to kill me. He's pretty strong early game, although I'm not
Yeah,
weak.
but you had your fear. He knew Galio was coming.
He might.
There was very little chance of him winning that.
Yeah, I don't know if he saw Galio in time. Well, clearly he didn't.
But he should have seen in the minimap the Galio came towards the bot lane.
Yes, he should have seen that. That is true.
He should have seen it.
He should have seen it. You are correct.
He should have known that he was coming. Even if he didn't see it, he should have known that the Galio's probably coming.
All right, I've got 14, 11 seconds, 10 seconds on my smite. I think I might be able to wiggle my red out before I back here. I'm going to try it. Especially because I've been counter jungling and stuff, and I expect...
Yeah, like you should be able to get it as long as you...
oh, I hit
Get the
that.
smite on it.
Well, I'm just thinking about the enemy, honestly. I'm not so much worried.
Yeah.
I'm using my abilities here.
What you do is walk it towards the bush.
Yeah.
He comes in to gank you.
You're gonna be surprised. Oh, the other bush, huh?
Because if he comes around, you'll see him and you can get out. But if he's sitting in that bush watching you take the red buff, he can come in and kill you.
Oh, I did take it back towards the. I did take it back towards the other bush. Wait a minute.
Oh, like the bush right by the wall.
I
Because
took
then
it.
it won't.
I took it back to the bush that was closest to my base. Like.
Yeah, but he'll be able to still see the red buff while staying in that bush. And so he could just wait and then smite it, and then come and kill you.
Yeah, I've done that before to my enemy. But
Yeah, and the way you can counter that is by putting it into the bush, and if you see him coming in, then just leave, ditch. Maybe try and smite it on your way out.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a runner. You may have noticed.
I have noticed that there are some fights where
Yes,
I'm pretty sure you lose it, but you still fight.
Yeah, no, it's happened. It's happened tonight especially, but it's not a frequent thing that I hadn't been losing fights that.
So a few things just to help you out. First, that trinket trick. What happened there was when you left base, you immediately get a trinket because if you forget, there's no reason you wouldn't take it, so they just immediately give it to you.
That was actually right. That was actually in a patch, like maybe like right at the beginning of the season or something. I remember hearing about it, but I totally forgot about it. Somebody actually pointed that out.
Now, another thing, when you warded your first buff, the red one, you put it pretty deep in the bush. If you would have put it further towards the red buff, it would have given you vision of them actually taking the red buff, rather than them just trying to go to red buff. Which can give you a lot of information of like, there's multiple people actually trying to take the red buff. And if they would have gone a different path, the shorter path, you wouldn't have had vision.
Oh
of
shit,
them actually
she's
stealing.
here.
So just something small that. If
No,
you
you're right. You're
try it
right.
Elsewhere, you'll get a bit more. You'll get more knowledge.
So I do actually have. So this is what I normally attempt to think about when I'm thinking about warding with my wards at all. One is that I'm just trying to zone them off a little bit so I can get this kill. My team can get this kill for easy.
Yeah.
All right, so one thing. Okay, here's an example right here. You won't be able to see this for a little bit. I'm going to actually use my pink ward. Oh, it works exactly the way I intended it. All right, so where I just put my pink ward in this wall bush. The reason, so if I'm using a pink ward, like for instance I was doing there, for a very specific reason, a pink ward I put farther back, like towards this side here, versus if I was using a regular ward, I would put it as far forward as I could, so I would give myself the most vision.
Yeah, and that was good because, especially like you have a threshed support, so he can sit in that bush and hook people, and they can't actually drop wards in that bush because your team will just clear it.
Right. That's well. Also, I've played a lot of. I went from ADC to support to jungle. So as a support, I kind of, got it in my head that hey, it's really a good idea to be able to clear, especially early. And this is something that helps a lot that I find, especially in this elo, which I know it's how can you talk about your elo when I'm in bronze 5, but a lot of people just don't ward that. They don't think to ward that with a pink.
Vision is huge, especially like in bronze games. That's when I play against bronze people. More often than not, they might send 5 people to try and kill me, but I see it coming because I warded beforehand.
Right.
And they're not used to that, so I back out, and then they've wasted a minute chasing someone. All 5 teams chasing one person and not even getting the kill. Just because I warded ahead of time and saw them coming. If you see silly things like that, just by dropping a ward, you counter their whole engage. Yeah, this is pretty good. So far, you're nice. Going for Soraka first.
So close. Hey, we got a twofer. Do we get out of this? Do we go for this one? They're gonna run and they're gonna die for it.
Okay, they're gonna die.
They're gonna die because. Oh wait! What the fuck? Galio! Galio!
Galio?
Fucking comes in. Yeah, he comes in. Does he get the? He doesn't get the kill. Oh no! Careful! Oh my God! No! Galio, stay on. Oh my God! He should have stayed on.
Thresh is really bad. Okay, he messed up. Thresh messed up all over the place. Okay, it's all good because like it's bronze, so you don't.
Fuck.
Your teammates are gonna make a lot of mistakes. The enemies are gonna make a lot of mistakes. But Thresh made a lot of mistakes there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for my control ward here. I've got 10 to go. Go ahead, I'm listening.
One thing I've noticed, when you're coming to a lane, you'll generally walk up towards it, but you don't actually know what's going on ahead of time. Because if you just pan your camera, so you can actually look at the lane before you get there, you can have an idea of like how low people are, especially like. It can give you a lot of information, especially like you might.
No, you're
like,
right.
Oh, I don't actually want to go there.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And actually, that's one thing I've gotten much better at. I'm gonna go ahead and use this here. But yes, you are correct. My vision, my looking, my surmising the situation a little bit more. Here, I just saw him.
Perfect.
Careful.
I saw how you walked into that bush. That's perfect. Because if he's just sitting in that bush. Always be trying to think of how they can counter you. And that was good. You walked into the bush, so there was no way that the jungler was just sitting there waiting. Nice. That should be a dead extend.
I'm prioritizing the turret here just because I'm closer. Drake is up, I realize, but I want to get the damage on the turret more.
Yeah, no, you pushed the lane out there. You might as well take it. Your teammates could probably actually take Dragon without you. It's just a little risky if the Xin does like a smite. But
yeah,
if your teammate's smart, they'd buy a control ward, and then it's not. There's no way the Xin's gonna steal it, right? Like as a jungler, it's really important that. You understand when taking objectives, drop a control ward.
Right. Yeah.
You deny them vision.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to, one thing that a lot of people don't realize, and it's usually the jungler that doesn't know this, if there's a ward in the Baron pit and you're trying to steal Baron, and there's a control ward already in there, so it's canceled it out. Don't attack the ward.
Wait. Say that again. I didn't completely get that.
Yeah, so if there's a control ward in the Baron pit...
an enemy control ward?
No, your control ward.
Right.
And it's canceling out an enemy ward. And you want to sneak the Baron so that the enemy team doesn't know. Don't kill the enemy ward. They don't have vision. They gain vision for a short bit if you kill the ward.
Fuck. I don't have any mana here. Shit.
Yeah, no, just back out. You might as well try and take a camp, recall.
Yeah. Because Galio's right here too. I really don't have...
Blue buff's up, so you could even take that, and then you'd be good for mana.
No, I should just take advantage of the pressure to do something else.
Yeah, like, you can't really do anything here without
Blue buff's not up, but...
Without any mana, so you might as well try and, like, take a camp, get some mana on blue buff. Because your blue buff will be up very shortly.
Yeah, actually that's something you can answer for me. Okay, so what are the different meanings? So like when it's white, what does that mean? So like at first they're kind of white, right? And then they turn into like a little triangle thing.
In the jungle?
Yeah, so on the mini map. Like if you look at the mini map, they start out, should I keep farming? No, I've got 2100 gold. I need to just back. So it starts off white, right? And there's a certain amount, that means that there's a certain amount of seconds before the buff spawns. And then it turns to like orange or like yellow. And that means
honestly,
that there's a certain less amount of time. I know that it does, but I don't remember what the times are on those things.
Yeah, like I don't jungle very much, so honestly I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But what you could do is you could just hold tab and it'll give you the timer.
That's a lot of fucking damage right there. I'm gonna buy ninja tabbies, of course. Surprise, surprise. I think I'm actually gonna want to prioritize some armor here, but I want some damage first.
Oh yeah, they're all ADs, so make sure you don't get any...
There's one.
It's Soraka,
no.
so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Unless she's going full AP, which her build is kind of funny.
Alright. this is good.
She's not
except
gonna
I'm
one-shot you.
All right, let's go.
So
Sit
definitely
in
go
the
on that
shadow.
armor build.
Yeah. Agreed, and that's something that and see, even the fact that I'm thinking about this, right? And I'm saying this to you just to kind of like, I'm trying to make my case, I guess, that I'm actually a better player than Bronze 5. Like, just the fact that I'm thinking about itemizing for the team, like the enemy, right? Instead of, I just want to push this out a little bit, at least past river, before I go do other things. Itemizing. Oh, I can maybe counter jungle here. I see who top. I'm going to use this vision since I have it.
So
And-
Galio is top. So I would have just actually pushed the tower in.
I really want this red buff first, though.
But even if the red buff's up, tower, you could make the jungler come to you.
Yeah, I know, and I do want to do that, but I want the red buff first here too. So that right there, you're gonna see it in a few seconds. I'm on my way. She's kind of alone. I should get the.
Do you ever left click on the minimap?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is greedy. All right, I'm looking for the turn here.
Yeah, you should be able to get the Tristana. Nice.
No, she's not. She's not responding fast enough. I need to get out. I mean, Ash.
Well, you killed the Tristana already.
I know. I think I got a double actually, but
And,
what's his
but
name?
yeah, you don't want to fight that exam. At the most, like, you could bait him with the minions. Try and
Yeah.
help
Well,
him
now
out
Ash
slightly.
sees. Now Ash sees what's going on. She wasn't paying attention. She didn't see Zen coming.
But yeah. Okay, Ash is good. So yeah, you're good. So you can just start a recall. You got a bunch of gold.
Yeah. So now I can get my Dustbringer, and that's at least that, and I can upgrade my. I almost
So one
always
thing-
take oracles. The reason is because as a jungler, it's really useful for destroying enemy wards. Go ahead. So one thing.
One thing that's really going to help you is if you start left clicking on the minimap on.
Oh no, I do.
uh,
Well, I left. Yeah, I do. I do. I left click
Right
all
as-
over.
But like right as you're walking into the bait, before you enter in to fight someone,
Like,
because it's you're usually like almost in the fight and then you check it.
Well.
Also, constantly be checking the bot lane, mid lane.
Well,
and
so
top.
another thing about, and this pertains to jungling, like, and this is just something from watching a lot of jungler streams, like, sometimes maybe it seems like I'm late to the fight, and usually what happens is if I'm late to the fight, that is great. That's when I don't fucking feed and stuff. Part of the reason is because I'm looking to farm to make sure I stay farmed up, and when I don't do that, when I don't prioritize farm and I go into fights earlier, I end up dying more, and I'm going to focus this turret. Stay on target. Stay on target. I've got my spell shield. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Alright. Yeah, I usually, if I'm going to die, I want to at least get my farm. Can we kill her?
Good job, you got. You don't need to go greedy for it.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. You're right. I was feeling the greed coming on.
We got the flash, awesome. So, basically what you can do here is you could just go for dragon. Like, you just ping it, and you're giving up top lane because of it, but that's fine. You'll just want somebody that can cover the second tower wave.
Alright, so here's something that I always do pretty much, well, when I'm on this side of the map, and people in bronze, in my elo, don't do that really, and that is pull the Drake out to an advantageous position. They'll just rush.
I usually forget to do that.
They'll rush in, and it's amazing how many, the difference is, like, why you lose, from a jungler's perspective, why I lose Drake versus, I don't know if somebody else wants this, but they're not here, so. Yeah, it's really amazing how close it can get, which
Oh
I'm
wow,
sure.
Fiora didn't even get top tower. She should have. She should have had top tower there.
I guess I'm gonna go bot here. We're gonna pressure this. My team's here.
You have no mat. I guess you got blue buff, so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. You left clicked on the top lane there, so you actually got vision of like how much the tower has left, how much health Fiora has.
Yeah.
So go, and you want to like click ahead, see how much health the Xin has, how much health the Tristana has. You can do that while taking buffs. So you can see, okay, that's going down. So like that's one thing I usually do. That really nice ult there.
Thank you kindly. Yeah, now this game is certainly more representative of my typical play style. My typical play.
Yeah.
I'm just coming here to help. Will they come towards me? I'm trying to scare them. I don't think I'm going to scare them. Oh.
Yeah, like you can fear someone away and then just walk away. You took a blind lantern?
I did. I took a fucking blind lantern. Yes, you fucking noticed that. But I was, even when I was doing it, I was like, is this a good idea? I was like, should I keep running towards the fucking bush? And I was just like, no, man, I'm going to help Thresh if I can help. I'm going to fucking go for it here, right?
Just click it.
I took a blind lantern. Yes, you got me, bro. You got me. All right, this is feeling a little bit greedy here, but after
this
we get
is good.
this...
You've got minions pushing in. You should have a free tower. You can see that there's someone top lane, so...
Right.
And you can just fall off once you need to. Like back out, but yeah, no, free and hip. Nice. Somebody's probably AFK this game.
I'm out. I'm gonna go grab this free red buff.
Yeah, like this is now getting greedy.
Oh shit, somebody else is in the stream? Yeah, now I'm just gonna starve some jungle here. I could really use some levels anyways.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead, steal all their camps as you leave.
Now see, this right here, I'm using this vision. I'm not using it so much because I really need to use it, but I want to prevent my enemy. That's something I also do with, I did not need to smite there. Something I also do with blast cones. If I'm leaving, like we had a really good push and I'm getting out, I will use the enemy's blast cones and vision cones so that they are denied from being able to use them.
Well, especially with the blast cones, if it saves you a few seconds, rather than having to go around a wall, just use the enemy's blast cone, and then they can't use it, and it saves you a couple seconds.
Now, see, I'm gonna try to pull this, and Ash is gonna be there. Do you want it, Ash? I'm gonna give it to her. Good job. I try to do things like that too. Like if I can give my team something, I'll do it. I should really fucking get the fuck out and back. Or no, my team's coming around though here. I see Galio, I see Thresh. So sometimes I don't use the left click like you were talking about, but I do, like I've done it this game anyways. I mean, not the left click, but I look at my mini map a lot. Like I really look at my mini map a lot.
Yeah, like
so
that's important.
I have pretty good. The left clicking would be better. You're right.
Yeah, it gives you more information.
That.
Now you can. That's gonna be a free tower, probably a free inhib.
Yeah, it's a free tower.
And then you wanna. Oh, GG.
Yep. Yes. Okay, so that is indicative of what I'm capable of when I'm actually like not being completely. I don't know. We're not gonna talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The enemy team kind of like they helped you a lot there, because like they did so many things wrong that game that it was you should be able to honor the enemy team.
I know, honestly. Well, no, actually, I really wish that's something I liked about, I don't know how long it's been since you played, but in the old, I guess season 7, the old honor system, prior to this new iteration, you could honor your enemy. You remember that?
I never remember being able to honor the enemy.
Yeah, you used to be able to honor your enemy. You used to be able to like give them, what was it? Sportsmanlike conduct, right?
I thought that was only teammates.
No, you used to be able to give them like in victory or defeat. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me like you used to be able to get.
Because I'm pretty sure you could only give them what do you call it?
Oh, they're all gone.
It's not like banning, but how am I trying to blank on this one? It's the thing that everyone spams.
I don't know. It seems like you used to. Well, you know what? One thing, even if you, even if you could only honor your teammates, you used to be able to honor all of your teammates, right? Or dishonor. It wasn't just like one person you could pick. I know that. You used to be able to give honor out to your entire team. Like either honor or dishonor or whatever. I'm pretty sure of that at least. Yeah, so there you go. 7, 1, and 2. Okay, now granted, look at my team. So when I went bot, right? When I was ready to go in, Ash and Thresh were ready, right? They were like focused. They weren't, even though they would run, and this is just something that I say about higher elo players and better players in general, even players that are playing at Bronze 5, is they run, but they're constantly looking for the turn, right? They don't run and just keep running.
Depends. They pay attention to the matchup. So in some cases you lose the matchup, so you would just run.
Even if if you've got like 3 levels on them and you've got armor and there are certain instances.
If they have the items, then if they're a champion that would counter you, then you would just run. Like if, say for instance, I'm Mundo, and I'm playing again, and I'm running up towards a Twitch, and I have more items than him, and I have my ult. He doesn't want to fight me. I will 1v1.
I would say that you would, especially if you have more levels than him and more items. I mean,
but even if I was like 1 or 2 levels behind him, I still kill him, unless he's really fed.
Right.
Because he just can't do enough damage to kill me.
Right.
Because I'm a tank. So that's why like tanks generally beat 80 carries in a 1v1 fight. That's what the support protects.
Even if you can be kited, you can kite as Mundo too.
But that's why you need generally your front line to protect the 80 carries so he can continue to do damage.
Right.
But if he doesn't have that front line and that buffer to slow that person, then he's gonna lose that. That's generally the rule, unless he's like really, really fed, and at that point the game is pretty much over if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
so it's all
funny
about
to
matchups
me.
and just knowing like.
Yeah, I don't really know. I know some of them. I definitely know some of them. Like for instance, I started playing Udyr.
Udyr's a tricky one.
Well, the thing about Udyr that
wins a lot of trades that you don't think he.
No, a lot. He wins a lot. Like one thing I've learned playing Udyr in the jungle is I'm not really afraid of anybody. Like especially early game. Like there are challenges to me. Like Lee Sin might present a challenge. Like Xin Sao might present a challenge. Tryndamere, they can stand toe to toe. Maybe they can stand toe. But I'm not. It's not like they just. There aren't. I haven't been afraid of anyone yet. Maybe.
Yeah, Udyr's really, really good at 1v1, but when he gets into team fights, that's when he's not as late game when team fights are happening. He can't provide a whole lot, but
not
in
too
1v1
much.
fights, he's really strong.
Yeah, he is. Actually, his main thing that he provides in my experience is his stun, which is up on like a 3-second cooldown.
And he does a lot of damage, and he's really fast.
He's really fast. Well, that's his E also. So his E is a movement speed buff, and it stuns. So if you toggle your E on as the last thing that you toggle, it gives you a burst of speed, and it's on a 5-second cooldown at level 1, right? Like all your abilities are on like a 5-second cooldown. So yeah, you can just spam your speed buff and your stun, and then of course if you max your Q, you get a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm just not. But yeah, you're right. In the team fight, all I have is the stun, right? I can only.
And you can usually only hurt like one person, so.
Right.
That's why in late games you usually see Udyr's split pushing rather than joining team fight.
Yeah, right. That's what I normally, when I'm thinking, do. I probably go Trinity Force like second item after my Duskblade. I get my jungle item and get my Duskblade, then I probably go Trinity Force. Although I should probably get my Trinity Force second item, honestly.
I just gotta go to the bathroom, but if you want to even queue up the next game, I'll be back in a bit.
Oh, I'm gonna use the restroom too, and then I'm gonna come back and restart the stream again, and then yeah, I'm definitely gonna play again. It's the night is young.
Okay.
So all right, be right back. the restroom. Hey, to use the restroom. Maybe grab a little snack. And then we will be right back with more Bronze 5 Who Knows with a little bit of coaching. A little bit of complimentary coaching. Thanks for the follow, Spock. That is cool. I got another follower. That is amazing. I'm gonna maybe hit this goal of 15. It doesn't update. It didn't update in the thing, but I'm actually one off. I'm at 14. One more, and I will have reached my goal for March. All right, I'll be right back. Whoops. This is interesting. Did I have autoplay on and not realize it? Maybe. I think I had auto. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not something I recognize. I had autoplay on, I guess, and I didn't realize it. Yeah, because I have dark screen on. So I couldn't tell, is this red or is this green? But whatever. It sounds kind of fucking chill, so I'm going to let it roll. An hour, 56. Rado Ojamets. Yeah, why not? Let's let it roll. Although, okay, now I don't know if you know this or not. I'm looking at this YouTube video right now, but so I've got ad blocker, right?
Yeah.
If you look on the screen, you know how you can see the little yellow dots on the line, the timeline at the bottom? You know those indicate advertisements? Or did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can do, and you might know this already, but you can't actually have ad blocker enabled and get a YouTube video to play. Well, not recently. But what you can do is you can disable it and start the video, and then after the video is started, you can re-enable ad blocker. Like, I don't actually have to do it this video because there are no yellow dots, so it's not going to be like... Actually, I'm going to do it anyways, just so that the autoplay doesn't take me into something that... I could also just turn off autoplay. No, I don't want to turn off autoplay. I actually want to see what the next... Yeah, because this one might have ads in it. It might just hit me like this ear-busting thing, like, right? Anyhow, yeah, if you re-enable it after you start the video will play and it won't play the ads, but it will continue to play.
Oh, that's weird, because I just leave mine on all the time, and it always plays for me, and I don't get any ads.
You know what? That worked for me like that for the longest time, exactly like you just described it, and then I did something, but I don't know exactly what I did. But there was a moment. There was a moment when I did something either to my Firefox, which is the browser that I use. I think I changed some kind of setting in Firefox, and it fucked up my ad blocker. And after that point, I had to start. It took me a little bit to figure out this workaround that I'm talking about too. So, anyways, you don't have to do that, so that's great. But if you do for some reason, then now you'll have the workaround for it not working. All right, shit.
Yeah, because I'm using the same ad blocker as you as well, but I use Chrome, but shouldn't make a huge difference.
Not really. I don't think it would make too much of a difference, although Google doesn't really want you blocking ads. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and restart the stream here. I'll be back in just a few seconds.